Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here from YouTube, and we're going to be checking out one of my favorites, Nervos Network CKB. Let's look at the price action right now. Boom. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are going to be looking at CKB. Now, we do have this little symmetrical triangle squeeze that I pointed out in the last video. It did produce some bullish results. However, it looks like it kind of got stomped out for the time being against this 50 moving average, which really, folks, this is an extremely thick part of the Ichimoku cloud to be trying to navigate through. So at this point, I'm kind of wondering if we're going to see CKB kind of pull one of these maneuvers. I would say that there is a chance that this thing could possibly start breaking out around the end of July. If that happens, hopefully we get a setup just like this. Really, folks, we could be looking at a Gartley pattern though here. From what I'm noticing, I was kind of speculating before that there might be a chance that we fill out some sort of descending triangle like this. So with that said, let's just look at this really quickly to see if this could possibly be a Gartley pattern, and it might help us try to predict the bottom here. So whenever I notice these little like two camel humps like this and the left shoulder is always a little bit higher, I'm always on like the lookout for a possible Gartley pattern. So let's just look at this quick. What we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna measure from this candle wick here down to this candle wick here, and this is the X spot, this is the A spot, this is the B spot, this is the D spot, and what we're doing is looking to try to figure out where D is going to be. So you guys will see in just a second what I'm talking about. So one thing that I'm looking for is C can't be any higher than this left shoulder mark right here, which is 0.00399, and you can see that it is clearly not the case. Really, it can go all the way up to the 100% level. It just can't go higher. So that is good. We're going to just go ahead and turn this into a retracement, measuring from X to A. And you can see that what I'm looking for here is a wick right down to the 61.8, but I don't want to see any wicks any lower than the 786. So right now, this is kind of telling me that we could possibly be seeing this little Gartley setup. And this is going to be a bearish pattern, quite possibly. And what I might be looking for is a reversal down to this 127-ish level. So it could go as low as the 161.8 level as well, which is right around what we experienced mid-June. So with that said, that might indicate a double bottom, but my first stop would be this 0.003072-ish level. That's where I would really be kind of looking. And really, we're kind of looking for a pattern, something like this to kind of play out, either down to the 161.8 or over to this 127. So it's going to be interesting to see what exactly happens. And like I said in previous videos with CKB, I mean, we can almost see this clear trend line coming down like this. And there just might be this chance that we get this this little descending triangle. Something like this might happen where we can just blast up through this thin portion of the Ichimoku cloud, which would be huge. And this wouldn't happen possibly until later July, August, somewhere in there. But on the daily chart, this is going to be extremely bullish to see, even though it means the price is kind of breaking down. On the other hand, excuse me, I had to take a sip of that Diet Coke. On the other hand, when we look at this weekly chart, folks, price action is way too far away from this Ichimoku cloud, in my opinion. So we're seeing this symmetrical triangle squeeze here. That is happening. And really, I do think that price is gearing up to start ripping to the upside. So with that said, we could see how maybe the end of July, this thing might start taking off. I would say that there's a good chance that we see CKB start running possibly within the next 2 to 4 weeks, hopefully, just based off what I'm seeing. There is just this, I'm looking and I'm hoping that we're going to see some sort of inverse head and shoulders, something like this happen with CKB. There also could be this inverse head and shoulders that is playing out like this going into next year. So 2023 might be CKB's big year, something like that. We'll just have to wait and see, right? So really, folks, that's the bread and butter on CKB right now. It's looking halfway decent. I think there's a chance it could fall a little bit more before it takes off, just based off that Gartley stuff. So if you're interested in finding out more about Nervos Network, stick around for the end screens. I'll have some links to some dApps and things like that. Have a nice day, everyone.